Well, he was in the winning Millie Maker lineup, too, for the PGA Championship, Geoff. We'll punch that up here, and I want to ask you what your biggest takeaway is from this lineup. So Thomas, Willie Z, Neiman, Fleetwood, Young, dude, I mean, this is hella good, and lowest owned player is around 9% there, Fleetwood.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just speaks to the fact that you need to basically trust, what the tee to green stats are kind of telling us. I mean, guys like Young, Mito, and obviously Zalatoris, I mean, you can say, well, they don't have a ton of major championship pedigree. And I think that, maybe it hurts them a little bit more in certain other championships like the Opens. But like for the PGA, where the setup it's a little bit harder, but it's also longer, I think it just enhances what these guys are already doing. And there's just not as much fear coming out from the younger players of playing in these big events. So, trusting guys like Mito, who again was like really good tee to green at the Byron Nelson, that's kind of what sticks out to me the most. Just these three young players who are just mashing the ball, quite frankly, week to week, and all three of them ended up in the winning lineup for what was a really tough setup.
Yeah, Bryce Rizzo winning with 502 points, just one of three lineups that actually hit the 500-point mark. Collin Pereira was only $6,700 too. What a home run hit!
Yeah, I had the sweat of a lifetime. I'm not gonna lie. I had Mito at 130 to 1.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I had him top 5 and top 20 as well, and I wasn't worried there. But I had JT on the one side, and then I had Mito on the other, and so yeah, sweat of a lifetime. I was nauseous watching it happen, quite frankly. It was, I agree that if you're going to say he choked anywhere, I don't think he choked off the tee because that was just sort of a bad break. But his drop 2, hit 3, that approach going over the green, that's a ball you got to stick on the green. You got to make 5 there. You got to find a way to scramble and make 5.
Well, yeah, I think driver was a rough choice, right?
Yeah, driver's a rough choice there too. That got a little Mickelson. It wasn't quite a Van de Velde, you know what I mean? It was, but still not good. Probably not the best decision. But again, this kid's a real talent.
Yeah.
You could see it, complete game, very calm all week. Had a really bad run there on Saturday as well. I think it was 8, 9, and 10. He went bogey, 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 and all three were just sort of like a foot off, and then he spins it back, and he's 50 feet off the green, and things. And he just rolled through it and ended up making some birdies down the stretch as well. So I really like his game. I really like where he's at. Somebody gave me a heads up to him earlier in the week, and that's how I ended up on him. I didn't really know much about the kid, but it looks like he had actually won a tournament as an amateur at Southern Hills as well. So it was brutal to watch, but I think he's really got a future. He's really got talent. On the other side of that, I think for Zalatoris, this is just another thing where you go, man, can this kid really get it done? Because you could see the putts were left short, they were off, he could not finish, and you could see his heart beating out of his chest. I don't know if he's ready to win yet, but a kid like Pereira, I would continue to ride.